I don't know... Oh, I don't know where I should be here in this game. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. This is... I'm gonna stick myself here. I don't know... I don't know if I'm gonna be blocking anything, but this is what I'm gonna play for now. Oh, I need to change what I'm playing in the... Oh, never mind, I did change that. Game 1. Case 1. Hi, Thunder, how are you? Play the first turnabout? Yes, please. First steps, achievement. Gasp, gasp. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. I'm not completely blind on this game. It's been a long time though, so bear with me. Boy, am I nervous. Hold on, is my mic on? Yeah, okay. Yep. How's it going? How you doing? Do you like Phoenix Wright? I'm not sure what game you came for, because I was playing a few of them earlier. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. I did not know there were girl gamers. Really? I mean, have you looked at Twitch? One moment. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. Oh, really? I don't know if I can do it for other people. Thank you for joining the pack. Welcome, have a look around. The rules pop up every now and then. I'm pretty relaxed, just easy on the spam, don't be a troll, etc, etc. Follow the terms of service. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't! Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her, Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. What? Random, but okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and just... What? Our school had a saying, if something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 o'clock a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Ahem. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. And shaking, I say, fading. If you need to leave, then go ahead. I mean, if you need... Are you okay? The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Phew, I know this one. Glad I read over read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... wait. Uh-oh. No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please, I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cindy. Apparently it's Cindy. Are her profiles? Cindy Stone. Okay. Age 22, the victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. Likable guy who has been my friend since grade school. The prosecutor for this case lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. Cindy Stone. Cinderblock. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court record. Statue. A statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That Excuse me. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it! Lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to court record. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Ms. Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... stop him from answering. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I missed the first thing. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I would like options, please. Can I? Text box. Off, vibration, screen shake, text skip. Off, I guess? I'm not sure what the difference between single box skip and full. Well, I know full. I know what full auto skip is. Is there a way for me to go back? In the text, I wonder. And I guess I'll save just for the heck of it. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Have him answer honestly. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order! Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Okay, then. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness's account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record. Electricity to Ms. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Blackout record added to the court record. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, Wright, this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out contradictions in the testimony. Cross-examination, witness account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment, then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. Wait, hold on. Thought to call the police immediately. Can I press... But wouldn't he have to go into the apartment to use the cordless phone? Or to try to use the cordless phone? I don't know. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. I'm gonna try to present the blackout record. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are that evidence and the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? What do you mean they're not? Yes, they are. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. That's all of it. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. Examine the court record with tab. If something strikes you as being suspicious, then find the evidence that contradicts his testimony and present it to the court. Okay, I'm just gonna press everything. Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him. I don't know, he just seemed strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture. Of course, what the witness means is that the man he saw looks suspicious. So what happened next? Golden Fright. Can I press this? Like, the phone in her apartment wasn't working? Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't, right. But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? Oh, that? I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? Ugh. To nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. Can I press this? Like, how do you know 1 p.m.? Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. 1 p.m.? Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. I tried, and it was wrong! Oh, this. It's this. I'm stupid. You found the body at 1 p.m., you're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding, but the blackout, though. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. Hang on. Sorry. My pillow likes to slide all over the place. You know what to do. I've got this one. The the time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time, so it was probably coming from the television. But how when the power was out? Are you sure it was a television and not a radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television. Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television. The witness has testified he heard the time. But it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? Yeah? I guess the victim must have been watching a taped program. How when the power was out? Video? Yes, that would explain why the time was wrong. True, true. Right! I think the problem lies someplace else. We agreed that you heard the time at the scene then. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Notice anything suspicious? Yeah! Like, the freaking... I don't know what statement to use it against, though. There was a voice... Television. I'm gonna try to present... this. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit. The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. It's because he did it! That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's see your testimony let's see. No. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. I'm not entirely sure what's off about this one. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Now, find the contradiction. I don't think the... I don't think it displays... I think I'm gonna press that. That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry, I only just remembered that table clock. A table clock? There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Press that. A table clock? Was there a clock at the scene? This is the first I've heard of it. Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here. That must have been what I saw. Can I present the statue to the statement? Wait just a moment. Oh, I can progress stuff with enter. Yay. The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was the statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Well, you with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? A defense lawyer? Duh. Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch, you just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue, my apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Yes. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You were lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw... What? He threw his hair at me. Shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you. I saw him! He killed her, and he should burn! Give him death! It can't be too loud, sorry. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting this defense's claims. The defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor. You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor? The sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I asked the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha ha ha! You forgot one thing! Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Grr, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. That doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking outside of the try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? No. How am I supposed to know that? I know you can figure it out. There must be some evidence in the court record. Something that can show why the clock was 3 hours slow. Find it and he won't have a foot to stand on. But it wouldn't be slow. I'm pretty sure we're in America somewhere. And it's actually fast. Because she was in... Whoops. Shoot. How do I go back? I went back. How did I do that? This is it. All or nothing. Yes, Your Honor. I believe I have the evidence that can prove my claim. Ha ha! I'd like to see that. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. The passport. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and there, here in Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit, or should I say, Mr. Did It? Yeah. Damn. Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned. It turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Phew, I still can't believe we won. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait. No, I mean bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy is gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me. I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? The statue. She kept it. She took it with her to Paris. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really? I am. Thanks. Of that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident, and my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. Well, that was short. I'm pretty sure they get longer over the course of the game. The first turnabout. Achievement. Yay! A brand new episode has been added. Can I save? Oh, okay. Save your progress up to this point? Yes, please. I'll save it here, I guess, because I kind of goofed and I don't know if there's achievements for not getting anything wrong. Please turn in your badge. Answer Mia Fey when asked who the defendant is. Reply with a lot of heroin talking to Lotta. Naruhodo a Raito? I guess that's what Thunder was talking about, maybe? I'm so confused. Judge Wagner, press old bags, claim that it was the nickel samurai that I saw. Okay, so it doesn't seem like getting everything right is an achievement, or like not making any mistakes is an achievement. So, but I'll keep it saved there anyway. Hello, this is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always liked toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner, something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Conversation recorded September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine, the papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the Thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Oh, you are not, cogniferous of my background? I don't think cogniferous is a word, but okay. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh. My dear Miss Fay, I am so very sorry, but I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. Oof. Red, white, blue. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh, that's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Move. Office. That smell! Blood! Sis. Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Snake? Snake? Who are you? The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then all too quickly it began to fade, until finally she was cold. Chief. Examine. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here... She was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. The thinker added to the court record. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Glass shards, the broken remains of a glass light stand broken beyond all recognition. Glass shards added to the record. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper? It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store dated yesterday. Receipt added to the court record. A department store receipt with letters written in blood on the back. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. How do I move? Slide? Oh. There. Right, I'd better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police? Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Slide again? Look out the window? There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel. A nice, luxurious place. Okay. Now what? The phone receiver's missing a few screws. I better not use it. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. About all she used this PC for was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. The Fei & Co. ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. A perfectly normal office desk. The chief had a very particular policy about office decor. Spend big on the stuff clients use, but keep your own stuff simple. No clues here. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. Oh. Slide over? Okay, I got that. It's painful to look, but I have to for Mia's sake. Looks like she was hit in the head with a blunt weapon, died instantly. It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon again. What do I do? No clues here. The chief's chair. A simple, functional design feels pretty good to sit into. Oh my gosh, what am I not seeing? Oh, okay, I can move now. Let's go to the offices? That girl just now, where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh, I hope she didn't run on me. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya. Maya Fey. Maya Fey? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Present the receipt. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name! Why? Why would she write my name? Please, please, just calm down. Why would sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. The police. Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze, police! Hi, Gumshoe. Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? I would try to give him like a mobster, like Myassy kind of thing, but I don't think I'd be able to pull it off. Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, Kay? Great. Just great. Maya. Wait, she... wait, she wouldn't have... Nah. Whoa! Excuse me. This word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not... Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m. Detention center visitor's room. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh! It's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. It's up to you. I'd better give it to her straight. It's up to you. Up to me? Yes, I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here. They're never going to believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought... It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. So he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear in the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh, sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia... I know. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium in training. Spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Spirit mediums. So you're an acolyte, a medium in training. That's right. Hi? The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second. You said the Fae family? Yeah, I said the right name. So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course! She left the mountain to follow her career. She said. As someone who's actually had the FBI at their apartment building, I don't know how I feel about that joke, but hi anyway. And no, they weren't here for me. I don't think I read that, but oops. Her powers were first class, too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So, you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium? With ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? You can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Day of the crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes. That clock shaped like the Thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that... I remember! Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things. Cell phone, please. So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it. Right. Oh, I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right, of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Mia's memo added to the court record. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I were ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? Sure. Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much! I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10 o'clock. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Wait, why does this not have a check? Could you tell me about the... Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see, that morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock that Larry made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9 o'clock. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister! Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. Back. Move. Grossberg Law Offices. September 6th, Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. I want to look around first. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter is made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. Plant? An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. Anything else I can look at? Or have I gotten everything? Looks like I've gotten everything, so... A chair? Nope. Okay, guess I'll move to here, I guess. Get the cell phone. September 6th, Fay & Co. Law Offices. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there. This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Ah, guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer, and you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right, and you were... Detective Gumshoe, Detective Suede Shoes, Detective Gumtree. Detective Gumshoe. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right, at your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're a lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you'd better do it quick. Phew, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Talk. Mia? About Ms. Faye, did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now don't you look at me like... Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright, you can see the report, but that's all. Autopsy report added to the court record. Time of death, September 5th at 9 p.m. Cause single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. Maya. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't going to win. Why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth. I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Let's talk about Edgeworth, I guess. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? Of course not. I mean, I've heard of him, like just now. Of course I do. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Present the note? Reminds me of a conversation I had with... Can I try to present this to him? I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you could give it back? Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. Tell him straight. If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. Something the matter? Oh, no, it's just, you know, detective. You know, detective. Nope, I know nothing, pal. A cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. A cell phone holds all a little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive, you're quite the detective. Uh-huh. Oh, here, you can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there after all. Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. Maya's cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. What's a conversation between the chief and Maya? Bloody, 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 blah. Oh, it just keeps going. Okay. Oh, I have to go back. There it is. Back. Guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You're all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you'd better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Guess I better go talk to the witness now. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. Me too. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? Or, I think that said Ms. May. So you've sent her home already, then? Ah, you're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Let's move to the Gatewater Hotel. September 6th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Memo to self, thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching! Ooh, bad boy! You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Oh. Talk to her? What you witnessed. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Ooh, observe, incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it? Pretty please? Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh boy. Miss May. Could you... who exactly are you? Ooh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No! Hey, I'm just doing my job here. You know, you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no. And you had your little hopes up. Didn't you? Oh boy. This room. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Ooh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television. Oh, no, not me. I'm, just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Oh boy. Time to leave. Present? Can I present anything to her? No, I don't think I'm gonna. Let's see, I'm gonna move to the detention center and talk to Maya. Hey! What is it? Did you meet the lawyer? Sorry, I haven't seen him yet. I see. I'd better go see if I can find this lawyer, this elite lawyer she's talking about. I guess I'll move then. Move back here, see if he's in. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. Ahem! If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Ah-ha-ha, so you're the one they say has been looking for me. Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya Fey. Ah, yes, Maya Fey. Go on. I do not have I don't really have a large range of voices. Sorry. Why this strange reaction? Ah-cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Ahem. Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? Talk. Your refusal? How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case. Ahem. Well, you see, it's just, I'm busy, you see. But the client is, but the client is Mia Fey's sister. Ahem. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Grumble. Think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've got nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? Mia, how did you know Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion, never looked back. That painting. That's quite a painting. Aha, you noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. Sure. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it, not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. I think that's enough. Detention Center. September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Detention Center, Visitors Room. Hi, Oh! You're back! Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. Your family? What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? Your mother... The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. Your mother's enemy. So, who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium? They didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved, we thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course, but a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White? Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? Defend her! I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well... I can't abandon you. No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know, I've been there a long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Whoops. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. Phew, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes! And I trust you. So trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into that drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Can I present her phone to her? Hey, I got your cell phone back. Oh, say, can I listen to my sister's voice? Maya's eyes closed. She listened to every word with such intensity. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks. Thank you. I'm not sure what to do now. Maybe I could try the Gatewater Hotel. Maybe she's not in. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? Ah, I believe our guest Miss May is currently using the, facilities? If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. Ah, I almost forgot. Gah! You came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? White. That was his name, my sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Found in Miss May's hotel room, wiretap added to the court record. There is definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright, I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy, still there? Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. Maybe I should have looked at some other things, but to be continued. Save your progress up to this point. Yes, please! I'll save it here because nothing's particularly happened yet. Back. September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 1. This will probably be the last case that I take on. Not sure. I don't know. I have 45 minutes. We'll see. I wonder if things are kind of loud. I don't know. Court is now in session for the trial of Ms. Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Ms. Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being strunked. I think I had a strunk there for a second. Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already, the defendant, Ms. Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey. Why? She had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Ms. Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Okay, so I'm not in the way. Good. For the most part. I'm not in the way for the most part. Thank you for the host, Evie. Might be an auto-host, but still, I appreciate it. Oh, hey, Evie. Man, I wish you were around earlier. Tonight's been kinda trolly, and it was... yeah. Lots of game changing, and I've settled on this. Thank you for the hug, by the way. I know, it's not your fault. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already, the defendant, Ms. Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey. Why? I had a witness account describing her. Depression, maybe? How's your depression been doing? You know... How are your depression levels? I guess is something I could ask. It's late. I have a kind of bad headache that I really wish would go away. Can I press? I want to press that. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. She's very pink. Have you seen her? Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Gah. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. It was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. I mean, when my depression's bad, all I want to do is stay in bed, and I sleep so much. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How'd you like that? That's my hard evidence. I hope you feel less tired soon. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? And of course, now that I'm waking up, I'm all sneezy and allergy. Oh, do you have any allergy medication that you could take? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. I took some before my shower, yeah. Oh, okay. I hope you had a nice shower. I guess I go shopping, but if I go... Yeah, everyone's gonna think you're sick. Very well. It's time for the cross-examination, I think. I don't think I read that, but... After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written in blood, clearly in blood. Lab test results showed the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. It's his whole testimony. Okay. There has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. I guess I'll press everything. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Ho ho, then who wrote it? Who did write it, smarty pants? Who, the killer. The killer. Anyone can see that. Ho. You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. She was framed. Hold on. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? Ha. I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Ugh. Well, detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. But... I feel like the cell phone should be able to do it, but I don't know. Do you have those? Can I see? What kind of tests were these again? Huh? What kind? Well... I hear they take the, little bits in the blood and, hermogoblins, hermogoblin bobbin. I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you. Uh-oh. That was a mess. Right, where was I? Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Can I press this? On which hand was the bloody finger, detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Ha ha ha, nice try. Oh, uh-oh. I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. It's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. And did you find any evidence? Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. I got a bad feeling about this. Did I press this already? Oh, yeah, okay. The killer. I'm gonna say the killer again. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like having her... Like, I feel like... Can I? Don't think I can. Nope, I can't. Guess I'll press. It's unfortunate you can't, like, get what you want grocery-wise online and have it delivered to you. Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh, he sounded pretty confident this might not be good. The lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. I pressed that. There was also blood on the victim's finger. I could have it delivered, but they now have minimum spends of $50. Oh, dang. And usually add a delivery fee. Ew, okay then. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Did I press this one? Detective Gumshoe. Do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. But she didn't, though. Order, order! That didn't go so well. That's right, what he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay. There has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. I don't know! Okay, I don't know. I just don't. Oh, are there any achievements for... Let's see, where... Clear episode 2... Get every ladder versus stepladder conversation. Okay, then that's kind of weird. Check out every lunchbox Angel Star has to offer. Oh boy, okay. I'm not sure what the contradiction is. After securing the suspect, I found a memo written on the victim's body. Looking at the delivery things, it's 15 to be delivered, and they're sold out of slots until Saturday 21st. Eee. These really are crazy times. Yeah, and what's so really stupid is that everyone's buying toilet paper, and it's because like a few crazy people who don't really think logically bought like toilet paper in bulk. I've heard that the virus is like pneumonia or the flu. And as far as I know, you don't need that much toilet paper for... Thankfully, I'm thankful to not need toilet paper. I do need tissues though due to allergies. Yeah. Did I press this? I don't remember. You have proof it was Mia who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh. He sounded... Oh. I pressed that. I pressed that. Did I press this? Oh, yeah, I think I did. I don't know. Buying that bidet last year was the best decision I've ever made. I love that thing. I'm glad you enjoy it. I don't know. I don't know. What do I present into what? I'm gonna save, and I'm gonna save here. I'm just gonna try everything on everything. Okay, I'm gonna try the phone. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Really? Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. Whoops, that didn't go so well. The wiretap, maybe? I don't know. Maybe this? Try that? Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Mia Fey. That's really what you're saying. Oh my god. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. What? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna load so that I don't have the mistake. Load this. Yes. Oh, it says death was instantaneous, so she couldn't have. Okay. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant, Mia Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, Detective. I got it! Totally first try. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately would not have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright. I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day of the murder, the day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being? That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. Screw you, Edgeworth. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham. You're a sham, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright. Say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Mia's autopsy report died from a blow by a blunt object, may have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Heck. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Screw you, Edgeworth. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Poor innocent girl, huh? Mm-hmm. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please.
April May. At your service.
Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Put those away, girl.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was, in my hotel room? I checked her in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices?
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw. Okay. Witness account.
It was 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, ooh! I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Every little bitsy witsy. Another wink.
Well, Your Honor? Wow, useful. I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any— Wait, Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? Ms. You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. They look jiggly to me. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Witness account. It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Press. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know. She had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. I question the testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... You're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless. About this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
Rawr, what are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit, nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. In this account.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. And then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statue-y clock? The thinker, I think? Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Good lord.
I want to save first.
No, not that. Oh. Options. Save. I'll save here. And oh, back.
I did see everything I did.
The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hip clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock,
Kind of statue-y clock? The thinker, I think?
Her previous testimony must have been what Edgeworth wanted her to say, so this was the testimony in her own words. Time to press and squeeze the truth out of her. Figuratively, of course. I'm gonna press everything because there's no penalty for it yet. So, you saw me then, too?
Of course! I'd remember that spiky hair anywhere.
Spiky? The witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney.
Aw, was I a bad girl? I'm sorry.
Very well, continue.
The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right.
Press. Is that right as in your right as you looked from the hotel?
Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right! It was my right hand, right?
Satisfied, Mr. Wright. Please continue.
Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her.
How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes.
That's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun.
What happened then?
And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did.
Press. Where did this weapon come from?
She picked it up from the desk.
I see. What sort of weapon was it?
That clock, the kind of statue-y clock? The thinker, I think?
A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm on to something now.
That clock? The kind of statue-y clock? The thinker, I think.
I feel like I can present something to this. Can I... How would she know it's a clock? Let's try it. Miss May. Oops, wrong button. What you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order, order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
Ooh.
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. No way! But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? Wait, so what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
So you've been to the law offices of Faye & Co.
No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of Faye & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Yeah, but the clock's been gutted. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No! No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. What a useless clock. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar.
Fat?
Well, Miss May? Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there's no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. No, it's not. I don't think. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. I'm pretty sure no. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. No, it's not. Why are you lying so... Asshole. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Yes. Ho-ho, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... pretty sure this. Oof. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone.
Ooh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone.
Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? Grumble. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. May I say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation.
So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then?
If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now.
Huh? It's not working? That's lame.
I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel.
Look.
Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense, but there's only 2 in existence. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes, there are only 2 in existence. The witness claims that she had seen it before. But this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. Oh, it's the thinker itself, I think. It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible! Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh? Excuses not on sale today?
Ooh?
Her heart buttons turned upside down. Oh, shit. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Oh? So you mean... Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did.
Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Wiretap! Have a look at this.
Ooh, that?
I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May? You were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not? Your Honor, how is this relevant? I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous! Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is the phone itself. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while.
Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me.
Again? What's it this time?
It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the Thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May.
Shut up! All of you! What gives you the right... And you lawyer!
I didn't get to read all of that.
It's no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl? Is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. I'm gonna save, because it's been a while. A lot's kind of happened. Oh dang. The time. Oh. Good idea. Aw, thank you, Evie. I'm gonna try to finish this trial, and then I'm probably gonna go to bed. I'll go for like a few more minutes. I'm not sure. I still have a headache. Okay. Back. Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippy tapping or irrelevant?
Gosh, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. Oh, I want pizza. I could go for pizza. I didn't want pizza earlier when pizza was mentioned before, but I want pizza. Oh, and pizza was mentioned by Cindest. Cindest was in my stream, or in chat, when I streamed earlier today. Well, technically it was yesterday, but still, pizza is good. Pizza is good. Depending on the pizza. I hardly call that irrelevant. Hi. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder even though you tapped her phone? Ha, I'd like to see her pull that off. That being said, I've had it a lot lately and my weight is back above 120, so maybe that's why. Maybe. If you're trying to lose weight, I would probably not have pizza. I'm guessing you're talking about kilograms? Oh, whoops. Whoops. 120. Oof. 120 kilograms is 264 and a half-ish pounds. That's big, Evie. I'm not sure what height you are though, so it might not be like super bad, but it's not good. So maybe forego the pizza today. It's daytime for you.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that, and of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious, no way. Uh, 175 centimeters. $5'8"-ish. Almost 5'9". Yeah, not the healthiest weight. But so yeah, maybe forgo the pizza. Yep, it's fine. I'm fat. What had you been doing to lose weight?
Weigh, I say, weigh! Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. At night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service? Sleeping? Doing to lose weight? Sleeping? I'm a bit worried, Evie.
Iced coffee, I believe it was? Iced coffee? You know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee. I'm lazy too.
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. She planted it beforehand. So where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's phone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Call the bellboy as a witness. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold the wiretap. I hold that the wiretapping has nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. What condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition.
What?
I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Accept the condition. Alright, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood, I accept your condition. Fool. You fall right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy, if you say so. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. After I delivered the iced coffee to her, to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready, I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. I'm gonna save it in a different spot. Okay, so there are 10 slots to save in. That's good to know. Bellboy, they'll find Watergate. I'll press him on that. Thank you for the hug. What exactly is it you do at the hotel? Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests, I check out guests, I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. Hi, Allie? What's up? I checked Miss May in personally. Are you always so prim? Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking frivolous questions. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and I... The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? Why the gap? 9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9, the time of the murder. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Precisely 9, then. Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir, 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee. I'd like an iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9 o'clock, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. This bellboy wouldn't have any reason to lie, but I have to find something to use in his testimony. One more time, I'll press him until he spills the beans or his tea. I'm gonna try this, but I don't think it's it. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Really? Contradiction overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. Time to reload! Actually, no. I'll reload when I actually figure out what the heck... tonight at 9. I'm not sure what the thing is here. I'm gonna try it. Your Honor, that statement... No, it doesn't. Okay, fine. Ugh. Whoops, that didn't go so well. I have 5 tries. Okay, Evie. I hope you enjoy your shopping. Don't catch anything, please. Be careful and all that. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, she, the guest, sir, favored me with an embarrasser, sir. Embarrasser? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Protest. Wait, please wait. Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. The charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay, this is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Room service? I'm guessing room service? Tell me again about room service. Again, sir? Exactly 9 o'clock I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know, and we don't skimp on the ice, sir. What did he say? What did you say? Rather quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object! That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite indeed. It was the good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oof. You fool! I've done it. I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple, it was... the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof. That's not that hard to, logic out. But okay. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Oof. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are... ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes, yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 1.
Mr. Wright! You were amazing in there!
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, Then
again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips.
It sent shivers up my spine.
If you say so.
So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well... No, I don't think so, not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man with Miss May, he's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find out more about this man.
Do you think he was the one who...
Maybe so.
Sis...
Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. May testimony added to the record. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. I'm going to save, and then I'm gonna look, and actually I'm gonna look for someone to raid now. Let's raid Main Man Lobo. I haven't watched him in a while. He's playing Yakuza 3. Okay, so raid message for if you're not a sub, raid message if you are a sub. Slash raid Main Man Lobo. Alrighty everybody, I hope you enjoyed, and I will hopefully stream tomorrow, roughly 2, maybe 2:30. I'm not sure what yet. I'm gonna think on that while I get ready for bed. But take care everyone. Bye bye! It's been great.